Fabulous. I love this. I love this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Red Gloves Chat number 2, where we have Marilyn Lamay and La Mère, where we put on our red gloves instead of putting on the big ones to duking things out in the ring. We have a more gentle approach to life and business. So I'm excited to be talking story with our friend Marilyn. And Marilyn lives on Oahu. So she's in Honolulu, and that's a different island. Honolulu is the capital for Hawaii. And so that is on Oahu. And some folks, sometimes they go, oh, yeah, I've been to Hawaii. And we have to ask which island. So Oahu, Honolulu, they're on the same space. And Marilyn is happily married with 2 wonderful boys. And she is a former teacher's assistant for a private school. She did that for 8 years. And then she started a health journey with a wellness company. And she actually started that journey about 3 years ago with some powerful transformation. And that is the current company that Marilyn is with, and it's called Innovative Nutrition. So innovative nutrition is redefining the way that people take care of their body by absorbing nutrition with nanotechnology of what is also called patches. And if you have any questions on that, go ahead and connect with Marilyn and meet with her, because she can definitely help. She has helped a lot of people that way. And these patches are known as wearable nutrition. So Marilyn, when you started your journey as an entrepreneur, you had your personal experiences, and you were working in the education arena. What made you decide to go ahead and jump into the field of being your own boss, being an entrepreneur?
Yeah, so with the whole everything that happened last year, I, found my company and was able to start the the patches on my family, and within time there was a testimony, and when I started sharing it, it just came naturally, and I thought, oh my gosh, I love being able to share and being able to help people, and to make that leap, there was a lot of prayer and
Mm.
tears and thoughts going into it, and I loved what I did, and I love what I do now. So I'm just super happy. I'm still connected with the school, and just being an entrepreneur is definitely not for the faint of heart, and there's a lot that goes into it. So I definitely so happy that I've made this leap, though.
Fantastic. So you said it's definitely not for the faint of heart. And I can totally understand and relate to that, because yes, being an entrepreneur, there are a number of ups and downs. And for yourself, has there been a particular challenge maybe that might come to your mind that you did not even expect encountering as an entrepreneur?
I mean, so many things, as you just grow and grow yourself and self development, new challenges arise. And I think that just even getting a coach has helped me with my mindset, and that is helping me to just propel my mindset, my business, everything, just moving forward in the direction that I want it to go.
Yeah, so you just mentioned personal development and having a coach. So were you referring to Biz Coach Claire, who was the guest last week, or do you have other coaches that you have been connecting with also?
Yeah, so I also worked with Diana Gremion, who is a successful strategies, life strategies, and biz coach Claire. And I worked with a couple other coaches as well, outside. But they've, really helped me with my mindset on how I want to portray myself and things like that. And just um, thinking and dreaming bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how coaches can help us to see what we already have inside. And that's something that Les Brown talks about too, where when you enlist the help of a coach, the assistance of a mentor and of others, they can see what's on your label when you can't see it from the inside yourself. And it helps you to get out of that box. And having support from a variety of mentors and coaches is key in business. And you also touched on the personal development side, not just coaching, but something that you mentioned earlier before we actually clicked the live. And funny thing, we started talking before to where I thought we were live. I thought we were live, and then I looked on the side. I was like, "Go live!" Oh, I forgot to press the "Go live" button. So we talked for like 5 minutes already, and we were having a great conversation. And something that you mentioned is with your personal development is that you listen to audiobooks, and that there are some audiobooks. Yes, some titles. There's some titles that because we're parents, we don't say the words out loud because some of the titles are like, oh goodness gracious. So what is the title of a audiobook that you have listened not too long ago that you would recommend for others to listen to?
Yeah, so somebody that I met in a different company recommended Go Givers Sell More. And I love that book. I really resonate with that book because it has the values that BNI has as well. And the book that I read before that was Grant Cardone's 10X. And that was just really great too. Whatever you're going to do, whatever you think you need to do, 10X it.
Oof, oof.
And I think
And
you've read that book as well, right?
not yet, not
Oh,
yet. I have a big pile, like I was showing Miss Coach Claire last week, a big pile of books, like about this big. And the book that she recommended is not in that pile yet. So now it sounds like I have one more to add, and sounds like I need to 10x my reading to and really speed up on that. And since you're doing audiobooks, that is probably faster than reading, I would say, because that you can listen to that while you're washing dishes or while you're working out or while you're driving. So you're always feeding your mind and you're focusing on your mindset. So that is excellent. That is excellent. Oh, and we have some folks that are on Facebook right now that are saying hello. So good morning, Miss Nicole Knoll, and Vicky Nobriga. She says you look beautiful, and yes, you do. And aloha, Daphne, and aloha, Rochelle. And Rochelle is like 10x. Yeah, definitely. So 10x. So that is an audiobook that I will need to look for. I know for me, for audiobooks, I get them through the library system. Where do you get your audiobooks from?
I have Audible.
Audible. Fantastic. I need to look into that. Yeah, with the library system, it's a limited amount of audiobooks. So I have a queue in there, and then you have to wait. Is Audible something to where you can, whenever you want it, you can listen to it?
Yeah, so I believe I get a subscription. So I get a credit every month so I can choose whatever book I want for the month and get additional credits, things like that if you need to. If you're
Oh,
at
that,
a 10X reader.
yeah. So it's a 10x listener.
Right.
10x listener. And do you find yourself when you're listening to audiobooks that you need to have a notebook or pen and paper, because as you're listening something will come up and you want to jot it down? Because I know that for me with books, then I'm writing in my books. I highlight and circle and underline, and I can't do that with audiobooks.
That's true. And Jim Rohn always says, don't trust your memory, write things down. So it is important to write it down, things that jump out at you and resonate with you. I would absolutely recommend to writing things down.
Yeah. Off the top of your head, do you remember something that you heard in the Go Give Sell More audio that kind of like clicked for you and that
Yes,
you were like, I got to write it down?
Go Givers Sell More. It's so aligned with BNI. So they talk about bringing value to people without expectations. So I love that. How can I help other people and just bring value? And when you meet with more and more people and the collaboration that comes up, I'm actually doing a speech today on collaboration. Um, it's just beautiful how organic and some of your best ideas will come out of it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you mentioned BNI, and we're both in BNI. We're in different chapters, and your name comes up regularly in BNI with how you are the embodiment of giver's gain, which is the BNI philosophy of basically you give to give. And what you give ends up coming back tenfold to you, to where you've had some amazing achievements within this past year, in even the month of January and February within your business, to where you've received some recognition from corporate, and you've been asked to do leadership. What was it? You were one of the trainers on the call, or you're a guest speaker on the training call.
Right.
So you have been 10xing your business for sure. And so that would be from the one from Grant Cardone.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And so for somebody that starts in business, do you have any tips or recommendations of something that they should do first when they get started?
I think that massive action solves all problems. So, don't overthink things. Don't prepare to prepare to prepare, because then, you'll never really get anything done. And imperfect action is better than perfect non-action, right? So that's something that I love to just remind people, just move forward, jump in and do it.
I agree. I agree. And I have been guilty of that so many times of I'm not ready for it. I still need to plan. I still need to put my layout together, do my PowerPoint, have my bullet points, and do this and do that, to where now I have to remember for myself, just schedule it, and then you can do all the preparing, but that way it will be scheduled. Otherwise, nothing was happening for me in business, to where it was always, oh, well, I got to be ready first. I got to be ready first. We're never ready. And we need to jump in with 2 feet, no matter how many butterflies in the stomach we get. And that makes a huge difference to have that action.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And you work with a team. So how do you help your team to take action? Do you have like a list? How do you do it?
Something that's important is you want to find out what's their passion, what is their why, what are their goals. So I try to ask people, what are you hoping to gain, or what are your goals that you're striving for, and then you can work with them to move forward going from that. And I think that's really important. I do have a team call every week, to just get everyone on the same page and um, connect be connected, because it's so important.
Yeah. Yeah. Team calls weekly. And have you experienced a team member to where they're not able to be on the team call because they have something else going on in life? For example, they might have a job also, to where things do not connect from a schedule standpoint. How do you handle that?
So the beauty of Zoom is you can record, and I love it. I just record it every week and send it out, and
Love it.
watch it on their own time.
I love it. Love it. Yeah. So the business that you're in is helping people from a nutritional standpoint. And I know that you've shared some pretty powerful stories of how people have been helped. one and one that you had shared not too long ago was with somebody that was elderly and that was not able to take specific nutrition that they needed, and how you've helped them. Would you mind sharing that story?
Yeah, so I had a client, a customer whose mom was actually in hospice and she was bedridden. She wasn't able to take anything orally, and he had spent quite a lot of money, on powders and shakes and things, and she just refused. And then he met me, and I was able to show him a different alternative just to help. And he he just wrote me the nicest thank you card after, just saying that he attributes her extra life here on
Mm.
earth to and he was able to have peace of mind that she was still able to have her nutrition, at that time. So I was just super thankful, and I just cried when I got that card.
Yeah, those heartfelt messages. Yeah, yeah. So that's a transformation that you helped, and that's because you have that giving approach. And the first giving approach that you had, you could say it was for yourself, to where you gave yourself permission to transform your own life. Would you mind sharing what your transformation has been? Like how you were before and what made you want to change, and how things got changed to how you are now?
So yeah, 3 years ago I was actually very, very sick, and ended up in the hospital. And that started my health and wellness journey and learning more about nutrition. I wanted to help take care of my kids, and they're so picky. They only like eating, you know, kid food, and they will only drink water. So I couldn't. I tried to bribe them and force them with the shakes and the powders and the supplements and the pills, and just so they would get nutrition, and nothing worked. And when I found innovative, I was just super pleased that there was no more fights, no more tears. And actually just a week ago, my oldest son, I was just blown away. He said, "Mom, I'm so thankful for these patches because they keep me healthy." And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I recorded you. That's amazing that, it's just organic, came out. And he's 11. So I was just blown away, at how he's understanding nutrition as well.
Yeah. So for you, you had a big transformation. You had a big transformation. And so from your personal experience, then you decided that this was a good business, a good fit for you. But how did you first hear about innovative nutrition?
Oh, I knew the CEOs from a different company. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So they reached out to you and they said, "Hey, Marilyn, this is a project that we're working on," or
I I think I just heard it through the grapevine, and I'm just super thankful I did because, it's been life changing for my family.
yeah. So besides the financial freedom that being an entrepreneur brings, in which ways has being an entrepreneur also being a blessing in your life?
I am able to, oh gosh, so I got invited to a leadership mastermind at the end of this month. So I'll be going to that. And not only will I be able to go to that, I can stay and visit with my sister for a week after. I wouldn't be able to do that otherwise if I wasn't
Mm,
an entrepreneur. So I'm just super thankful. I get to spend time with my sister, I get to spend time with the leaders of my company.
yeah, yeah. So if you met somebody that is weighing the pros and cons of becoming an entrepreneur, what would you say?
I would say that, it's not never a straight path. It's going to have its ups and downs, and even what seems like setbacks, things like that. But, I listen to Darren Hardy every morning actually too, and he wrote this book, Compound Effect. And as you
Mm,
do your daily action steps every day, in time, it will compound to something bigger and better and greater.
Mm, yeah, yeah. So a lot of wise words from Jim Rohn to Darren Hardy. So you do focus a lot on your personal development as you go through your entrepreneur journey, and you have business coaches that you work with, and some of the coaches that you mentioned, they are wonderful women that are helping other business entrepreneurs and also individuals that don't have a business but that need that support to find what their vision for the future is. And I know that you have a big vision for the future, and that part of your vision is helping people, because that you just emanate that from every fiber of your being, that you have that desire to help others, whether it is in health or to build the business. So I'm going to share with everyone the website where they can get a hold of you at. So it's wearable-nutrition.com. So can they just contact you directly from your website?
Yeah, my
Is that the
information is
best
on that.
way?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I
Fantastic.
appreciate it.
Yeah. And so as we get ready to wrap up our chat for today, do you have any parting words that you would like to share, or any, maybe a favorite quote that you've been thinking about lately?
Oh gosh, so many, so many. Which
I
one
know
should
I'm just putting you on the spot. I really, it's a question that just came in my head, and I didn't tell you ahead of time.
So something that I like to just remind people of too, I reminded my team of this a couple weeks ago, is I am so proud of you. And I just wanted to tell you in case no one has. So, you know, whatever you're doing, as long as you're moving forward, it it's something to be proud of.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Marilyn. I had a pleasure having you as a guest for Red Gloves Chat. And for everyone that is out there in the Facebook world and YouTube world, any questions about Marilyn and wearable nutrition or the business side, just go ahead and reach out to her and connect. So until next time, aloha.
Aloha, thank you.